Hey guys, welcome to the daily news analysis of 8th of January guys. The very first news is about International Kite Festival which is being organized as Gujarat, and it is said that this celebration of International Kite Festival is 29th International Festival, right? Which is being celebrated at Ahmedabad. Now, the festival is said to give boost to the kite industry, in which directly around 3 lakh people are engaged in it, and every year its celebration is done in Gujarat, and this festival is also known as Uttarayan because according to the Indian calendar it is being said that the winter is beginning to turn into summer from the period from this day Uttarayan, right? And it is also a sign to the farmers that sun is going to come back again and their harvest season is approaching. All right, and it is celebrated in India also as Makar Sankranti. Now, next news is about Navy to exhibit this maritime prowess, that is maritime capability along the western coast of India. All right, that is along the Arabic Ocean. Now, Arabian Sea, sorry. In this exhibition, which will be done by the Navy, around more than 10 ships, a submarine, and a naval crafts will exhibit their combat capabilities in the drill, right? Means indirectly it is a kind of indication to the Pakistan that see, our maritime capability is very much, so don't try to mess with us, right? So it is kind of that exercise only. Not directly we are telling, but indirectly, because directly in geopolitics we cannot claim any that we are doing this exercise against any other industries or something like that, right? Now, more than it also include the aircraft carrier which is known as INS Vikramaditya, and it is being said that it will display the operational might and maritime prowess on June 8th and June 9th, right? Next news is about very bad news, sad news. Actually, earthquake came in the border of Myanmar and adjoining region of India also. So the magnitude has been seen as to be 6 in Richter scale, right? Now, how does earthquake actually occurs, guys? When two plates, come in friction with each other, then there occurs, this quake, and the point where it occurs under the, land, that point is known as focus, and just the point above the surface, the point is surface above the focus is called epicenter, right? And few more other concepts are there, guys. I'll tell you to read the geography book, because in geography book you can read in a description that what is it actually, what are P waves, what are S waves, right? With what is longitudinal wave. All right, so these all things are written in a very clearistic tone. So see, if that I'll tell you, then it will take huge time, so I'm just skipping that, right? But main thing I've said you. Next news is about an authority which is called CARA, that is Child Adoption Resource Authority. Actually, recently our Ministry of Women and Child Development has put a halt on an international child adoptions agency, and and the name of the child international agency is Halt International, which is being situated at US, right? Now, why did they put a ban on them? Because recently they have two parents have adopted children from India through this adoption agency only, right? And it was being reported that that children has died, right? So this was indirectly the work of this agency, that is Halt International, to take care of their children. But it was being seen that those two parents who have adopted their children, they used to torture that children, right? That's why she died. So that's why we have suspended the license of this adoption agencies. So anyways, let's see about CARA. What is this CARA agency? It is a statutory body of Ministry of Women and Child Development, and it functions as a nodal body for the adoption of Indian children, right? And it is also mandated to monitor and regulate the in-country and inter-country adoptions, and this is also designated as a central authority in order to deal with the inter-country adoptions. Means, see, this will regulate the adoptions which are taking place in the territory of our country for sure, but it is also being authorized as a central authority from the Indian side, that it will also regulate the inter-country adoptions, means the adoptions in this case which has been done by this Halt International agency, right? So they have contacted first this our CARA CARA authority, then they through the the directive which has been given in CARA. So according to that directive only, this adoption agency has taken that children from India, right? So anyways, this CARA is designated as a central authority for the Indian inter-country adoption in accordance to the adoption according with the act which is known as Provision of Hague Convention on Inter-Country Adoption Act 1993, all right, which has already been ratified by the Indian government in the year 2003. Next is NIC develop a mobile app to help fishers. See, NIC is National Informatics Center, and the NIC has made an app for the help of fishermen, because recently during the Okchi cyclone which has hit the Kerala coast very severely, so many casualties has been seen from the from this fisherman side, right? Actually what happens is fishermen go for fishing and they take around 2 to 3 days at times. So those fishermen who go very deep to the ocean during the this cyclone Okchi, they couldn't come back, right? And they got trapped in the cyclone Okchi. So that's why the NIC has the eyes of NIC has got opened basically, and they have come up with a new new mobile application app, through which if in future if any fisherman goes for fishing, then they have to register themselves through this app first. If they'll register themselves, then it will be easier to communicate with them directly, right? And also the data will also be there with this in this app, so that at all if some sort of incidents happens also, then at least the government of India could remunerate their families with some sort of remunerations and all. So anyways, this was about this main thing. And about National Informatics Center, it is a premier science and technology organization of the government of India, and it is a part of Department of Electronics and Information Technology, which is under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, right? Next news is about food poisoning, a common outbreak in 2007. Actually, recent data from the Union Health Ministry's integrated disease surveillance program has been out, and it is being seen that the common outburst that is reported in the year 2007 was most common was food poisoning, right? Now in article it is being seen that after food poisoning it has been followed by the diseases like chickenpox and measles. And the food poisoning is occurring in India very much because of the presence of this fast foods, as well as those cooked which are done in bulk, say for example in canteen, in hostels, in wedding venues, right? So those foods are also prone to food poisoning. Now what is the need has been suggested in the article that there is a need for the government to come up with some sort of regulatory measures, and those will be safety measures basically, and also make aware the people to utilize and eat hygienic foods, right? So this was about this basically news. And in this graphs guys, you can see that two diseases are there basically: acute diarrheal disease as well as food poisoning. And that report is from the year 2008 to 2017. As you can see that the both are trending to be going up and up, but after 2013 it has shown a drip. Again in 2016 the figure got up, and again in 2017 it has shown a bit of lower side, right? So yeah, this was about it. Next is guys, actually this article was from the Hindu's editorial discussion basically, but I thought of at least making it known to you, so that in future if any news comes, because see, the news is North Korea and South Korea is going to sit in a table after 2 years, right? So if any news in future comes, then you will at least get to know that, okay, yeah, we have already read that this news has already taken place, right? So that's why I thought of mentioning it with you. But anyways, this news has already come in editorial, so if you read editorial, then you might have come through it already. So basically the thing is, North Korea and South Korea is sitting in table after 2 years, as I've already told, and this is done at a time when in next month Winter Olympic is going to happen in South Korea. Now since Winter Olympic will happen, then and it is an Olympic, so the players from different countries will arrive there. But it was being seen that the visa issuance were very less, right, to South Korea. So South Korea has urged the North Korea that please sit on a table and let's talk, because let this Winter Olympic go, because Winter Olympic big people are getting feared that if it will come to there, then North Korea might have bomb us. So let these rumors go away and let's talk with each other, and South Korea is also planning to invite the players from North Korea that to and take participate in this Winter Olympics, right? So it is indeed a very sweet gesture that is being seen from the South Korean part, and let's see in future what happens. Let's hope for the positive, finger crossed. Next news is about 26th World Book Fair, which is being organized in New Delhi, and the theme of this time will be environment and climate change. Earlier in 2017, this was also happened, and that time the theme was writing on woman by woman, right? And the organization of this World Book Fair is our National Book Trust and ITPO, that is Indian Trade Promotion Organization. Now, what is this Indian Trade Promotion Organization? We'll read in next slide, but let's see about it. This World Book Fair Act this fair acts as a platform for the readers as well as publishers, because readers come to know different kind of books here, and publishers also, it is a platform so that they could showcase their talent. They could showcase the people that, okay, this kind of huge and good publications we are, so that in future their business could also increase. So indeed this is a win-win game for both readers as well as publishers. Now, what is this India Trade Promotion Organization? As this name suggests, guys, India Trade Promotion means there is something organization who is promoting the trade of India. Simple, right? So basically, ITPO approves holding of international trade fairs in India and regulate the holding of various expositions in India, primarily to avoid any duplication of effort while ensuring proper timing. And it also manages the India's world-class exhibition complex, which is constantly upgraded to keep it in high standard of readiness. Actually, see, under it, ITPO gets Pragati Maidan, right? Few of the section, chunk of land is being given by from the Pragati Maidan to this organization ITPO, so that they could conduct the international trade fairs and all. Whatever the exhibition, world class exhibitions, they can take, that they can conduct that in Pragati Maidan, right? So this is the work of Indian Trade Promotion Organization, so that overall our trade gets promoted from India. Next news is about ASEAN India Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. See, actually, Pravasi Bharatiya Divas also will read about, but let's first see about it. See, Pravasi Bharatiya are those people who are the citizen of India, but they are at time not living in India because they are doing their jobs in other countries, right? That is, this term is totally Hindi term, right? Pravasi Bharatiya. Now, the annual ASEAN India Pravasi Bharatiya Divas has been organized in Singapore. And in that organization, top leaders from both the countries as well as the businessmen from both the countries, that is India and ASEAN countries, right? So they have gathered in a single platform and they have discussed that what could be the future role of Indian diaspora over there in ASEAN nations, so that the link between ASEAN and India could further get enhanced in future. Right now, the aim of the event is mainly to highlight the ancient human, maritime, cultural, commercial as well as religious link of both India with Asian countries, so that there is a provisions, there may be prospects that in future our economic, cultural and diplomatic cooperation between the two countries could get enhanced, right? Now, let's see about Pravasi Bharatiya Divas now. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is celebrated on every year on the dated January 9, because in January 9 only Mahatma Gandhi came from South Africa to India, right? And the contribution of Mahatma Gandhi, our freedom struggle. So he's the Bapu of father of nation, he's known as. So to commemorate him, we are basically celebrating Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, and under which we are calling different Pravasi Bharatiyas, the Indian diaspora section from different regions, we call them, and we talks with them that what could be, in future what could they do to give some sort of benefit to India, something like that. Some talks are going on. So this was all about it, guys. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening up till now. And one more thing, guys, I have also running geography optional course. So if some of your friends are there, so what you can do is you can refer them to the geography, to the Unacademy platform, right? And they can search my name and they can get this geography optional course, right? So it is just free, totally free of cost. And if you just have any of your friends, just do refer them. That's what I'm asking, right? Nothing more. So yeah, we'll meet in tomorrow's class, guys. Bye bye, take care.